Hey friends, welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge, and we've got another unboxing for you. It is early December and I've got 4 items for you here. One's from Kizer in their Vanguard series, Real Steel. Those are all knives. Those are all non-locking knives, or slip joints in the common parlance. And this comes, you get this right now, at least as I'm recording this and while supplies last. If you spend $39.99 US at White Mountain Knives, you get this for free. If you spend more, you get what I showed you in the previous unboxing, the fixed blade unboxing. So go ahead and go watch that if you want to. And yeah. So why don't we just get this thing started right away? We'll go to the tabletop. We'll take a look at all 4 of these items, and you get to see what I think of them. I've not even opened these boxes before. I've not seen any videos about them because I intentionally don't watch videos about the things I'm going to be looking at because I want my opinions to be 100% my own. These are all purchased by me. Let's take a look. Some of you have shown a little bit of concern. Thank you so very much. My sister is no longer in the ICU. She's still in hospital. She's still got a long ways to go, but at least she's doing a little bit better. They found more and more things that are, problematic, but I think they're starting to get some of it sorted out. So the first thing that we're going to look at, this knife's been out for a couple of years now. At least I believe it's been at least 2 years, roughly. This is stock number 8041B. It is the Real Barlow RB #1 drop point from Real Steel. This is a budget Barlow from them. What's the price? I got my notes right here. White Mountain Knives has it for $19.60. That's before your 10% discount with code CCE. And so you can get that. And let's shake that out. Real Steel sells it for $24.50 US. That's directly from Real Steel. I didn't find a store in Canada that has this. I don't know why. Why not? They should. So you get a microfiber cloth with almost every Real Steel item. I don't know if every, but certainly the vast majority of them. This is an aluminum, no it isn't. This is a plastic handle. It's gray, but it's semi-translucent. Hopefully you can see that. You can almost see the blade shape in there. The edge of the blade right there. I think 2 different colorways this one comes. 12C27 steel. We've got a stop right there, a nail nick of course. And decent size, says 12C27 right there. And Real Steel up on that bevel. We've got a hollow grind bevel up to the spine. And yeah, it's quite thin at the edge. That feels like, and I will measure it when I do the review video, that feels like 15 thou, maybe even less, like 0.35 millimeters. I don't know, something like that. We'll do the, hey, you guys who like to pay attention to the details, jot that down, and when the review comes out, tell me how close I was, because I'm not writing that down. I just went by feel, because I haven't seen this before. This is my very first time touching and feeling the knife. So the handle's sort of like a Barlow. We've got that milled section here for the, what is often, bone or wood or whatever, and this is usually metal up here. Not bad. We've got the Real Steel pocket clip. This is the same kind of pocket clip that I showed you on the Sanran Mu. That's because Real Steel is in the Sanran Mu family. Sanran Mu's, I think, the original company. Real Steel, they started later on to do a little bit more higher end stuff, but this is very much a Sanran Mu kind of knife, especially at the price point, under $20 US. And it's light, it feels good. This pocket clip can go on either side, so right or left carry. There's no lanyard provision. So you don't have that for those of you who like lanyards, but certainly you just take the pocket clip out and don't use it, and you can put this in a regular leather slip if you want to, or just drop it in your pocket. This is a decent little design. The Barlow's been around for a very long time, so there's nothing new there. And looks quite nice. We've got T6 button screws over there, and that's got to be a T8 there. Very light indeed. This is not going to take up much weight in your pocket. There's the balance point right there. Whoop. There it is. Yeah. Feels like it's sharpened quite well indeed. So hopefully it'll show up soon. You can find Real Steel knives in Canada. Blades Canada's got them. House of Knives has got some of them. I think House of Knives does. Those are the two biggest knife stores in Canada. But check out your little guys too, like your local store if you want to, and your smaller store, knife store, and see if they can get that for you if you are interested. Okay, that's nice. That's not bad for the price. Again, that's the 8041B. Yeah, it says black plastic for the handle. It's probably an ABS plastic. I think I read that on the listing at the Real Steel website that that's an ABS. And just quickly, if that'll focus, you can see some of the measurements right there. 44 grams, 1.55 ounces. Yeah, 2.5 inch blade. Almost a tenth of an inch thick, just under a tenth of an inch thick. Yeah, ABS it says right there. PC and ABS. There you go. So let's put that to the side here. Let's check out this other thing. That's not a knife. This is the Kizer, well, it doesn't say on there, PAC-BAR. The Kizer PAC-BAR, this is, they'll randomly give you a color. I'm not sure what color this one is because I haven't opened it yet. I think there's like 4 colorways that these come if you spend $40. If you don't spend $40, then you can buy it for $29.99 US. So if you just want to buy it, but at that value, just pick a different knife. That's $39.99 a Kizer. I don't have a lot of feeling in the tips of my fingers, and so I find it hard to grab things and open them. I guess I could have used a knife. I got one sitting right there. There we go. We got it out. So yeah, like I said, this is the PAC-BAR T122A, and this is 5. Basically 2.8 inches, and titanium and G10. So the G10's for the grip, and you've got a toothpick. Hopefully you can see that there. And on the other side, I'm sure it's the tweezers. That's in there pretty tight. That doesn't want to come out. Yeah, that's in there tight. I don't want to wreck my... There we go. Good, I didn't break a nail. Little tweezers. And toothpick. And a pry bar with a little bit of steps on it for, traction. We've got a little bit of metric on there for measurements, millimeters, 2 inches over there. Little bit of an angle finder thing in there. We've got a little bit of a flat driver there, and that's probably a 1/4 inch hex nut driver, and a V-notch in there, and a bottle opener. Yeah, kind of cool. A lot of different little things in there, and I'm going to turn that back down that way because I think that's the better way to go. So there you go. I don't carry pry bars a lot, and that doesn't really want to go in there. I think that rivet's a little bit thick. There's a rivet right there. There's 2 rivets to hold that together. I'll just put that to the side here for now. There you go. There's those things. What should we do next? Let's do an even smaller Barlow. This is the baby Barlow by Real Steel, model 8081 and 8031R for red. Again, 12C27. Stainless steel. It says it's just under 3/4 of an ounce, 20.5 grams. The blade length is 1.69 inches or 43 millimeters. Hey, we didn't get a microfiber cloth. Yeah, see, so I just finished saying get a Real Steel microfiber cloth with almost everything. No, of course you don't. Keychain loop. So it's a little keychain knife. And if you know me, you know I like keychain knives. And half stop and open all the way. We've got a K-tip. That's what I call those kinds of tips. That's not a sharp edge there. And you could call it a Warncliffe if you wanted to. And 12C27 again. That's very thin at the edge. Yeah, it feels fairly sharp. No, can't really feel a burr, at least not with those fingers. And yeah, that's metal. This has got a red coating. This is stainless steel here as well. We've got a bronze tube through there, and it's got a screw head on it. So you could take this off and just have it without the little loop there, and maybe put it on something else, or put a little lanyard on it. It doesn't have a strong back spring, but traditional back spring slip joint. Oh yeah, this, by the way, that traditional back spring slip joint as well. It doesn't have detent balls or anything like that. And yeah, there's several colors. I'll show you a picture of the different colorways that comes. So that's kind of cool. Finally, what do we have? We've got the Trestle from Kizer. Trestle is a little bit pricier. This is a nicer, I really wanted to get this. I'm a big fan of slip joint knives, and a lot of my viewers live in places where slip joint knives are easier to carry in public legally. So the Trestle, $71.91 US at White Mountain Knives. Save 10%, makes it $64.72, so $65. House of Knives has them for 124 Canadian. So there's quite the premium to get this from a Canadian store. But like I said, you could order this from White Mountain Knives if you're in Canada. And don't worry about it crossing the border, coming into the country. It's a slip joint. It should have no problems at all. Of course, I almost forgot to show you because all I saw was the paper in there. But of course, Kizer's got a microfiber cloth as well. And they've got a sticker. And there's some spare hardware in there. There's a bit of a pin and 4 screws. So if you're going to need some hardware for this eventually at some point, maybe you will, because maybe you'll take it apart. There's a little bit of hardware with it as well. Now, that looks pretty nice. So we've got a full metal body. We've got micarta, fairly coarse micarta, like grippy, nice micarta there. This is sort of a light brown micarta. Lanyard hole back, well, not here, posts kind of hole thing back there, which is really nice. Perfect for in a slip. And a little chamfered leading edge on the handle. And I see phosphor bronze there, so phosphor bronze washers, I'm sure. Strong half stop. We've got a sort of buoy style clip point. Nice jimping on that section there. And the steel, this is Azo design, 14C28N. Nice badging, that's nice and small. A little bit of jimping right there, so when you're gripping it, that gives you extra grip. And this feels nice. The hand feels really nice. It's nice and soft, well, smooth. There's no crispy edges on the handle. Not overly loud. Decent, what the guys call walk and talk. I like that. That looks nice. And that lanyard option is top notch. I really like that. And you do pay a little bit of a price for this. So, yeah, interesting. 14C28N. Let's see, how thick is this edge? Well, that's under 20 thou, under 0.5 millimeter here. At the tip, it's probably pretty close to 20 thou. That helps make that tip a little bit stronger, being 20 thou-ish over there. But this thinner edge here helps make it slicey. Not a bad weight. Let's see, where's the balance point? Right there. Decent. Now, I'm very familiar with 14C28N, and Kizer does a good job of it. So there you go. I'll test it and use it and carry it, and we'll see what the review is going to bring on this. Kind of nice. So just a few little things here. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this little video. We've got basically 3 Barlows. We've got sort of a penknife blade drop point. We've got what some people call reverse tanto. I call it K-tip style. And then we've got sort of a buoy style clip point blade as well, and a little pocket tool that you can carry with you. So I appreciate it very much that you guys took the time to stop by and take a look at Canadian Cutting Edge. And I think the next video has got to be a review. And if you haven't checked out my sharpening video, about the TSPROF Pioneer, and I used it, I got a knife from, dull to decently sharp in less than 4 minutes of sharpening. It was probably closer to 3 minutes of actual sharpening time, and that's all it took using that system to get a decent edge. Now that's for a working knife. If you want, a show knife, of course, it would take longer. So go ahead and check out that video. And I got links down below, a whole bunch of discount links for a variety of different things down in the video description and in the comment section that you can save money on all kinds of stuff, EDC and knife-related products. So, till next time, remember friends, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.